Rose McGowan, who has been very vocal against Harvey Weinstein on Twitter, had her account temporarily suspended. And we found out about this after she posted about it on other social media sites like Instagram. Now, she received a message from Twitter telling her that she had violated their terms of service and that she would be locked out for 12 hours once she deleted certain tweets. So she would have to delete the tweets in question that apparently went against Twitter's guidelines and rules, and then 12 hours later, they would reinstate the account. Now, they apparently finally explained why it was that they had suspended her account, so I want to be clear about that. According to an official statement, they said, we have been in touch with Ms. McGowan's team. We want to explain that her account was temporarily locked because one of her tweets included a private phone number which violates our terms of service. The tweet was removed and her account has been unlocked.
So in the meanwhile, people went nuts, and understandably so, because since they didn't get an explanation, they thought, are you kidding me? Are you saying that Rose McGowan's tweets about Harvey Weinstein is hurtful to him? I mean, what about Donald Trump's tweets? What about all the alt-right and neo-Nazi tweets? Now, to be fair to Twitter, they have taken some of those down, not Trump's, he's the president. I don't think we could take that down. But of course, when Milo and the trolls went after Leslie Jones, they eventually did ban him. And so, but I know why people were mad. We all get it, right? Because what Harvey Weinstein did was terrible, and if Rose McGowan is speaking out against that to shut her voice down would have been atrocious. But I actually think that Twitter's explanation is correct.
Yeah, look, I agree with you on that because, look, in the beginning when we didn't know exactly why her account was suspended, I remember being outraged about that as well, especially when you consider the amount of abuse that's on Twitter on a regular basis that goes unchecked, right? And it has been a common criticism toward Twitter. So to see that her account was suspended really made me raise my eyebrows as well. But you can't be, I don't care what your point is, you can't tweet out people's personal information. Just don't do it, don't do it.
But you know what, I think she did it by accident. I think what she was doing was putting out this message, which you could argue was private to begin with, but under the circumstances, I think it might be understandable that she released it, and everybody has the right to do whatever they think is right. And I'm certainly not gonna do a value judgment on whether she was right to release private messages when she was sexually harassed by Weinstein back when she was 23 years old. I wasn't, so I have no opinion on that. I think she accidentally left a phone number on there and didn't realize it.
Okay.
That's my best guess. And then Twitter goes, hey, that's a phone number, that's doxing, you can't do that. Not that she did it maliciously necessarily, but you need, either way you can't do that. And that's right, and I know other people who have accidentally put out phone numbers or information about somebody and then it was blocked. And then once you take out that information, then it's no longer blocked.
Yeah, look, I'm not in her mind, so I don't know what her intent was with that particular tweet. I think that she should be able to speak out and do so as aggressively as she wants on Twitter. She has my full support on that. All I'm saying is people need to be careful when it comes to personal information. Even if it was done accidentally, just understand that you, especially as a person who has a large following, are potentially directing harassment toward others, and you just have to keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And as we know, people do that very intentionally. Again, I don't know what Rose McGowan, what her intent was, but you just have to be careful.
Yeah, and so look, in the beginning people thought, well, maybe they're going after her because she's also calling out Bob Weinstein, who's Harvey Weinstein's brother and his partner in the Weinstein Company, and Ben Affleck and other powerful people for not doing enough. And she has every right to call out whoever she likes, agree, disagree. I don't know, I wouldn't have any basis to agree or disagree on those particular people. But so on that, we of course agree she has the right to do that. Just, of course, you can't include the phone number. But speaking of Bob Weinstein, let me just end on a weird note. TMZ, we're gonna take it for what it's worth, is reporting that Bob Weinstein, the brother, might have been the one that leaked to the New York Times. There's some serious dramas there. And then Bob Weinstein wrote, this is a direct quote of it, so this is definitely true. My brother Harvey is obviously a very sick man. I urge him to seek immediate professional help because he's in dire need of it. His remorse and apologies to the victims of his abuse are hollow.
Whoa.
So he might have been doing that to cover his own ass and the company, etc. But that's, appropriately harsh. But if he was the one that leaked it in the first place, Harvey Weinstein's done a lot of power plays in his life, and as we now found out, some of them atrocious, right? Well, if he was a victim of a power play at the end, that seems quite fitting. If you like this video, you'll love the whole TYT network. Check it out at tytnetwork.com/join.